everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name is Raymond, and today I'm going to do a little preview of an upcoming game project crowdfunding on Gamefound by Dragori Games called Odalin, Dungeons of Doom. So if you're familiar with Dragori Games, you've probably already seen the advertisements for this upcoming Gamefound project. And it is a dungeon crawler. So if you, like me, really like dungeon crawlers, cool looking miniatures, adventure cooperative games, then you should definitely check out this Gamefound page. So this is their Facebook page. You can already go there and like it and follow it for, updates and news. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff on there on the Dragori Games Facebook page. But it's going to launch June 25th, so that's in 2 days from the recording of this video. So I'm going to just quickly go over this this Gamefound project page. And check out this video, by the way. It gives you a nice little introduction. It's only like 2 minutes. And if you're at all interested in this, make sure to already follow it. Follow this project and you will get this miniature here for free. Kaerun, Master of 1,000 Faces. So this guy is a free gift to people who pledge, of course, for the game, but have been following the Gamefound page. So you still have 2 days to follow, and if you decide to pledge for this game, you get that miniature. And if you pledge on day 1, you also get this enormous, this Abaddon, the Lord of Hell, big demon figure, which I gotta say looks incredibly, insanely detailed. If you just look at the axe alone, the detail on that is mind-blowing, and all the detail on the body and everything, it's just crazy. That is quite something. And Dragori Games have made some really, really good-looking figures. I recently did an unboxing and reboxing of the Ultimate Tanaris Adventures storage boxes, which you can find on my channel, and I show off some miniatures there. And I also did unboxings of everything Tanaris Adventures and Arena the Contest related on my channel as well. There's just a whole bunch of stuff there. So that's really cool. So, if you're on the fence or you're thinking, I might back this, just pledge on day 1. And you'll unlock that miniature if you decide to keep your pledge. So that's already a reason to just jump in on the first day. I often do that as well, and then I'll decide whether I keep that pledge or not, whether funds allow it or whatever. So it's dungeon exploration, like it says here. It's set in a kind of, I got the feeling of it like Prince of Persia kind of theme, Arabian Nights, stuff like that. And they're already unlocking stuff simply from people that follow them. Here it says, if they reach 16K followers, we get improved tiles. So they improved, I guess, the thickness, the quality of the cardboard tiles. And if we reach level 3 with the XP, then they'll unlock another miniature here, which is this Shaman hero miniature. And they've already unlocked a bunch of stuff because this campaign has been on preview for quite a while. And, we get some loot kit cards and items here. We get villain cards, monster cards. We get these potion cards, consumables. They've made their character pads double layered, so it has spots to put in your tracker cubes, which is, of course, very handy if you need to track your health and such. So, and this is, I believe, corruption track. We'll see that in a bit. They've upgraded the trays. This looks like the kind of trays that they had in Tanaris Adventures and Arena the Contest as well, which are really good. Very, very convenient for storing everything. They've got some improved demon cards. That's a thing in this game. You got your hero cards and your demon cards, and you combine them, which I will touch on in a bit, because your heroes carry with them their demons, and you can actually manifest those demons and fight as those demons. And you need to find a balance between corruption or your own darkness that builds, and then you can unleash the demon. But if it gets too far, if it gets maxed out, then the demon kind of takes over and you go berserk, and you also attack your fellow adventurers. So that's kind of unique, and we'll see that later down the page. And they've unlocked 2 more miniatures here as well, Prince Jarek and Saintis, which I believe is just Saint, either way, whatever gender, but okay, a Saintess. They've also promised a 5 months guarantee money back if you request a refund if they are 5 months late with the delivery. So starting from their delivery estimate, which I don't know is a certain time after the campaign ends, of course. If they don't make that and they're 5 months late, you can request a refund and you get 100% back, which is unprecedented. I think I've never seen that before, especially after a crowdfunding project ends. Usually the crowdfunding page takes a share, so they'll be left with less than that, and usually you get like a 90% or 80% refund because of costs already made. But they are so certain of their plan here that they're going to guarantee that. So that's nice. They're probably going to deliver it on time, I guess. So, yeah. And at the bottom of the page, you see one of the things that you get 5 XP for mentioning it. So, I'm making this video, that's 5 XP, which is pretty cool. They are going to release it in 5 languages, obviously English, but there's also going to be Spanish, French, Italian, and German, which is nice. Bigger market then. This is what the box is going to look like. Here it says, experience the thrill of classic dungeon crawlers infused with great strategic depth, which we kind of know from Tanara's Adventures, in a unique dark fantasy, desert fantasy setting. Find immersion and nostalgia in the intense battles that only the bravest souls dare to explore. With straightforward rules and innovative mechanics. I will say, mechanics. No, mechanisms. Anyway, every encounter is unique. You will never know what lurks within the shadowy pits of the dungeons. So yeah, dungeon crawl with streamlined rules, which sounds nice. I had a little chat with Alex from Dragori Games, and he told me, so the rules are going to be a bit more simple than Tanara's Adventures, which is a very involved game. So it's going to be a bit more smooth and streamlined than that. It's going to be, just your regular, I shouldn't say regular, but what you're used to from doing a dungeon crawler, You sit around a table with a bunch of friends, you cooperatively fight some monsters, and that's really cool. But the game does have some really cool features, like the demons. So they've got high-quality miniatures, which I believe, because their miniatures so far have been pretty good, and they have an option to get them painted, which, of course, will cost more, but the option is there, and that looks really well. From what I've seen, looks really good. I mean, the Dragon Collection from Tanara's Adventures was also optionally pre-painted, and that looks really good. So here's the demons. So we have Lilith, the Witch of Sins, and these miniatures. Just go to this page and have a more detailed look, because these look so good. All of these. Vine and Nurgle and Astarte, the Queen of Lust. And that just really looks really cool. Look, here's a pre-painted miniature. That's the demon Abaddon. Look at how this is painted. This is highly professional, I would say. This looks amazing. And this is how you get it, they claim. So, I mean, pretty impressive. They have some 3D renders of all the miniatures as well. So that's pretty cool. So what does the game bring to the table? Right. So we have a rich arsenal of items. You can upgrade your characters. You can find loot, of course. There's common to legendary artifacts, kind of like we also saw in Tanara's Adventures. We've got modular dungeon tiles, just like Warhammer Quests. This totally reminds me of that. So you got these different shapes of tiles, you put them on the table, different dungeons for each scenario. So that's also pretty cool. And so there's a lot of decisions to make, which I like. Narrative story, decision making, stuff might change. You might even have branching paths. I don't know. So every choice has weight, from tactical combat decisions to moral dilemmas. Navigate a realm where right and wrong blur in the heat of battle. So these are the hero characters here. And as you can see, there's also like anthropomorphic animals. There's an elephant here, a tiger among the heroes. And yeah, I love that. That is really cool. I like that. It's different from the standard dwarf, elf, barbarian, wizard kind of thing, which I, of course, also like. But having some of these in there mixed in, that's nice. Quests with impact. Your actions shape the world. Find unique quests during your exploration. Save NPCs to gain allies. Ignore their requests to focus on defeating the demons, or even take their lives yourself and use their possessions to aid your cause. So you can go all murder hobo here. So that is pretty cool. Dark fantasy, deep lore. Immerse yourself in a dark setting with a unique storyline where you will uncover the past of Odalin, the fate of the gods, and the conflict between the different demon lords. As we have seen from their previous games, Dragori Games really like to dive into the lore of the games they make. Because I have a book, like an entire RPG book, of just lore and art from Tanaris Adventures. And there's just so much cool stuff to read in there. If they kind of do the same for this, with a rich story, that is absolutely fantastic. Can't wait. It'll be good. There's demonic alliances here. That's the whole thing here of the game. That's one of the main features. You've got these demons that the heroes get. And you can combine any demon with any hero and have their powers. So form pacts with demon lords, merging their power with yours. Craft a unique deck that reflects this dark union, unlocking powerful abilities and character builds. And here are more pictures of those minis. And the art is also amazing. It's really cool. I mean, this is huge. This is one of those tiles. That's, what is it, 2x2? Yeah, okay, it's 2x2 squares. So that's, that's like this big of a miniature, I'm guessing. So yeah, really cool. Yeah, and you combine the cards, which there is a GIF on this page later on, which you can see. Power at a price. Use the souls of the fallen enemies to fuel your demonic form, gaining immense power. However, beware of the taint of corruption, for it may lead to loss of control, causing your demonic powers to go berserk, threatening your allies, which is what I mentioned earlier. And I really like that idea. So yeah, here we go. Travel through deserts and ruins, shaping your path with your choices, each with its own consequences. Experience the freedom of choice and unique consequences as you craft your path to complete the campaign, visiting ancient dungeons and resting at a refugee camp. For every player, whether you're adventuring solo or in a group, up to 4 players, Odalin is designed to be accessible and engaging. Adjust the challenge to suit your style, from strategic depth to casual fun. Sounds good to me. Hire mercenaries to complete your team, with streamlined rules that support solo play or cooperative strategies. Here's the tiger dude. Marukesh, the sorcerer, and Vespera, the necromancer. Gavriel, the paladin. And look at the detail on that shield too, man. Oh my gosh. Kira, the demon hunter. And here's Tuscan, the guardian. That's so cool. I don't know if there might be more heroes, or, this is what we see on the page. We can only wait and see what comes next. We've got a bit about the adversaries, and I have the Viper Caster, thugs, bandit archers, cultists, more of these vipers. There's a whole bunch. They got the 3D renders here, so you can have a look at all of that. Now this is interesting here, where you see that you put down the tiles with doors. The cards are the doors, and then you open the door, you flip that card over, you connect a new tile, put it on traps and enemies, and that's how you explore. And I love that. That's really cool. And then you get loot, you get to level up. There's a bunch of information here that I would suggest you just go over and read, and it just looks really cool. The player board here with your hit points and your corruption track here, and the white one is, I can't quite read that, but you have a light and a dark kind of track, as it were. You can see the dice here, which have different kinds of symbols on them. And you start with forging a pact with an ancient demon. Here you go, here's the image. So you get your hero card, which is the bottom one, and it has 2 skills on it, so you can flip it around. As you can see right now here, there's 2 skills here, a bottom and a top one. And depending on what you choose one of those sides. You combine it with the demon card and you put it in a sleeve. And then you have your attack cards. And I'm guessing you're forming a deck of cards that way. So interesting, you know? That is really unique. I really like that. Hey, the soul, that's what it is. Soul and corruption system. So, you know, this goes up, that goes up. And then you spend it when you take on your demon form. Here it is. So they're spending these cubes, these points, and turning into that demon, being more powerful. And the more corruption you have, it says here, your corruption method, more corruption you have after spending 5 corruption to transform, so if you have some left, the stronger the demonic form will be. But if you exceed 10, then you go berserk. So yeah, that's cool. It's kind of finding that balance of when to transform. You got a loot system here, of course, and all the things you find are going to be, you know, really cool. Yeah, strong emotions whenever you draw an item card. That's what we want. You know, we want to get involved in this game. So yeah, that's almost everything here. There's some more to read here. Here's how you get XP. So, you know, follow their Facebook page, like the page, share posts if you want to on Facebook or Twitter, like the Board Game Geek page. All of that gets more stuff unlocked. And here it says, you know, mention a video, plus 5 XP. And if that person has 100k followers, you get another 5 XP. So, you know, I just need about 998,000 more follows. So, you know, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We might make it. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, here's another cool miniature. That's basically the page. It looks really exciting to me. I can't wait what else is going to be shown and unlocked here. And like I said, I did have a little chat with Alex from Dragori Games. And let me see if I can find my notes here. So yeah, he said it's kind of loosely based on the idea of Diablo, the dungeon crawling aspect, and also with a kind of Prince of Persia theme. We've already seen that it is a solo or co-op dungeon crawler. You roll dice for combat. You're combining your hero and your demon. So you have 2 abilities on those cards. You can, let's say, either attack in your turn or keep for use during an opponent's turn. Yeah, you get cards that you can spend on your turn or on somebody else's turn, apparently. Asymmetrical skills, different classes, full customization. The game will also unlock secrets as you progress, like secret bosses or items. So that sounds really cool. They've got foreteller for the narration, which is really nice. Foreteller, I think, does a good job for, you know, immersing you into the game. We've seen the Berserker thing. That's what we talked about as well. It's very tactical. You never know what's going to come next, so you need to adapt as you progress through a dungeon. Yeah, so there's the Chaos versus the Order track kind of balance there. Loot system with all the cards. It's a campaign game, but you can play one-shots if you want to. And he said it's about 100+ hours of gameplay, and there's about 60+ room tiles that you can explore. And everything will come in 2 boxes, he said. So you got the core game box, and there's probably going to be a lot of unlocked stuff. And it's basically played in 2 parts. So after you finish the core box, you can continue on to the second box. That's what I understood from our little chat that we had. And yeah, I'm excited. And there might be some cool surprises coming up during the campaign as well. So keep an eye on that. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. If you hadn't already seen it, just go ahead and follow that page. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed my preview here, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.